Well, Harry,
Well,
tell me, Harry. And I'm getting you to discuss the politics a little. You pulling you more into it tonight. Who hurts more here, Harry? Dennis Gordon or Mark Golding? At the end of this, who hurts more, or
that's
or,
the
or
bit.
the party itself?
Well, it's a conundrum in a neighbor. It's a
Uh-huh.
snowball effect, right? Because the issue would have started from um, Dennis Gordon, which then spills over as it rolls down off that hill. It spills over to the leader. And then as it gains more traction with the lack of action from the leader, it then will affect the party, not just for now, but also the entire perception, right? Remember, they already have a branding issue, They already have the wounds that Jamaicans are still licking. They're being repaired. But this is also giving the Jamaican people another reason as to why the party should not get the chance to be to create the administration going forward. No, and I say that because I want to highlight the ripple effect of it all.
By the way, do you have the story in the Gleaner, where Mr. Man pays back the 10 million? Do you have that story?
I think I could find it. I think I could.
All right. Be ambidextrous and see if you can do that for me.
Sure.
Ambidexterity.
What is happening now?
Uh-huh.
So, with what is happening now, neighbor, the truth is, by right, and this is what should happen, there should be a situation where Mr. Gordon's viability, his credibility, his integrity, and his overall character, first as a leader for his constituents, second as a representative in terms of a legislator, gets called into question.
Yes.
And the only right action is to have him removed, because this is a violation at the highest level, right? Now, what the party leader decides to do with him on a party level, that is up to them, right? How he wants to treat the issue within the party, whether he removes him from being a candidate or whatever that may be, backbench him, that is up to them. But in the light of a leader of the alternative government, this is where everything stands for Mark Golding. He's been hitting out fully. And as such, now the opportunity, neighbor, because this is an opportunity for him, as much as he would have failed to uphold that integrity, don't get a double whammy, as they would say with the saying. Don't fall twice on the same sword. So despite what would have happened, right, under his watch, under his tutelage, his leadership, he still has a chance to do damage control by taking action on his member, right, the person who he leads, and also take the action that is best suited for the public, best suited for his party, and definitely the end result should make him salvage something from the situation. But currently, he's unable to do so because, understand this, him remaining silent, and people will, they can decide to say, and the People's National Party surrogates and followers can say how they're going to be strategic, hence why they're waiting to see what they should say and coin their words and come out properly. No. This is a situation that demands formality from the leader. And this is the opportunity for him to say, listen, I am still the integrity boss. I don't control everybody's intention. I don't micromanage everybody. So I can't say what a man is doing in his professional capacity as an entrepreneur and his company.
Okay.
Right? And that is all fair. But take the action that will ensure that he still walks out with his, based on his thing, his integrity status intact. Now, we all know that is still questionable. But in this situation, for him, whether he wants to be delusional or not regarding the matter, but this is the only way he'll get the opportunity to ensure that he shows the people of Jamaica that despite falters happen, issues happen in the party, he can still be the person of reason, the person of viability, and the leader that will take the necessary action to protect the people of Jamaica. But the longer he refuses to take an action or even utter a word, simply means that he is also showing that he's no better than who he leads. And as such, that is reflecting on his poor leadership, his capability, because he's in the capacity as a leader, but he's incapable of doing what is right by the people of Jamaica. And as such, they should judge him and the lack of thereof. Now, his leadership, if he's unable to take the action, neighbor, definitely will be challenged within a few months. If he thought he was worried about it earlier, no, he should be worried even more. Because this is going to create a level of division. Doesn't matter what he does. If he does right by the Jamaican people, in the party's end, there's going to be division because now eyes will be set on him. People will now be sided and choosing who they want to line up with coming in the next few months. And as such, it is him being in a rock and a hard place. But that is what leaders come out in. They make the right decision despite what the situation is. And the truth about this, neighbor, and I always say this, the situation determines who you become. Not who you are, but who you become. Because a situation will demand something from you that you probably never knew that you had. For example, more patience. We've seen where the Prime Minister have laid out a lot of patience in situations that we probably as Jamaicans would never have. And his wife is a testament to that. She spoke to how patient he is naturally.
Well, we're going
to get to his and that speaks to his character overall. And we see how it translates into his leadership capacity, right? And he's not unwilling to make the right call for Jamaica, even if it hurts members of his party. But overall, the PMP is tainted.
Did you get Did you get the Gleaner article?
I'm still going through it as we speak. I'm trying to find the one that they put up.
Just bear with me. Listen to me. We spoke in the last couple of days about missed opportunities and the fact that the opposition would have missed an opportunity during the budget debate to become credible, especially on the economy. Is this not another missed opportunity for the party, Harry? They keep dropping the ball.
Neighbor, the ball dropped on a run left them. In all honesty. Because
can't catch it again.
What is neighbor, and I've always been saying this, right? Is it no matter what happens, we'll get opportunities in every situation. If you are thoughtful, if you are strategic, you can put a spin. And this is the beauty about politics in a neighbor. It is hard, yes. It is very versatile, but what it will not be short of is opportunities. And you have to grasp them, especially in neighbor. You hear them start joining man with clutch at a straw? The opposition need to clutch on these opportunities. And they're just seeing themselves as maybe more will come. But the damage is already being done and it's getting worse. Because if you can't do something as simple as a formality, this is the easiest decision you can ever make as a leader. Everything is laid out for you already.
Shouldn't they also be aware of the shouldn't they also be aware of the broadening of media in terms of social media, because this is getting a lot of coverage on the social media space. Harry, it's not one of those things that you can.
And very little from the main media.
Traditional. Yes, where traditional media hints at something, they just need to hint at it, and the social space picks it up broadly,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And that is the beauty about this space,
Yeah.
That is the beauty about this social media, neighbor. And you always hear me say it. It is a disruptive technology. But used well, it can reshape the social fabric of not just our society, but the highest level in society. Because the truth is, the Jamaica for Justice and these other institutions who should have been the watchdog, they're failing. Yes. But who is not failing? This disruptive technology called social media. And as such, the accountability and the questioning of credibility and integrity is now shifted to this technology, to this medium. And as such, it is also saying, and this is for everybody, that this medium has to also evolve into understanding that we have the responsibility to hold every and anyone who sits in office accountable, doesn't matter who it is. And as such, we have the capacity and the capability to put the right information out there, to apply pressure on the formal systems to do their job and do it right by Jamaicans.
Great. Protecting Jamaica?
I am still here, neighbor.
Yes, I'm going to ask you a final question. I must go by 9:30. Let me ask you something, Protecting Jamaica. The government gave a response today through Marlon Morgan. I'm not so sure if it's a government response or the party. But in terms of the government's response now, how do you think that the party should get involved in this?
This is one of the issues, neighbor, that so far the response is fine by me. I'm okay with the responses. So there was something from Young Jamaica last week, I think.
Yes, and we know where that is coming from.
Right, and there was something from Marlon in the Senate on Friday. There was something from Young Jamaica today again, I think, and then there was something from Marlon. I think the coverage, the political coverage from the party that it needs to get is being had. Now, the discussion will continue because there are investigations going on and the findings of those investigations will come to light. It's a public matter, a full public matter now. And so this is a situation that will not be able to escape public discussions. As time goes by, I think there will be a continuation of this kind of discussion because, again, the searchlight is now on Mr. Golding. The searchlight. When the matter came up with Dayton, Mr. Golding brushed it aside. When the matter came up with Dwayne Vaz, he brushed it aside. It's as if it didn't matter, he didn't care. When the matter came up with Norman Scott, who took down the lady on election day down at St. Elizabeth, he brushed it aside. When the matter came up with Norman Scott and the 1 billion missing from the St. Catherine Parish Council, Mr. Golden just brushed it aside and say, oh, that are nothing, there's an investigation. We will discuss it when the findings come out. When the matter came up with Andrew Swaby down at the KSAMC, Mr. Golden brushed it aside like I don't know when Swaby grill up the thing. So what we have, neighbor, is a full history. We have a full history of inactions from somebody who is supposed to be leading an organization and someone who is trying to project himself as a suitable leader for the country. And none of those, it reminds me of PJ Patterson and Philip Palwell in NetServe when a few $100 million went missing. PJ Patterson said youthful exuberance. So the PMP, not just Mark Golding, the PMP have a track record of not being accountable for public funds gone missing. And then now their new man in charge has taken the baton and continues to run in the same lane of inaction, ineptitude, and is so unaccountable to us because, as Andre Horton says, that we are his subjects, and he doesn't have to be accountable to his subjects. And so we have evidence, neighbor. We have evidence of the party attacking the issue frontally, how they should in a responsible way. But we also have evidence of the opposition in decline. So the government really don't need to overshoot itself in dealing with this matter, because the opposition with this man in charge will always shoot themselves in the foot, and the people of Jamaica are watching.
Are you working tomorrow?
Boy, neighbor, I work every day, 7 days a week, 16 hours a day.
well, we hope we catch up with you tomorrow, yeah?
All right, neighbor, good night. Good night, listeners. Take care, Harry.
Good. Okay, let's head on to the close. Listen to Tyrone.
The copious amounts of temerity it must take to have your lawyers write to the media denying that your company is involved in a tax exemption status scandal, all the while knowing that your company was actually involved, or why your company was involved. That level of audacity is unheard of. And it raises several questions of integrity as well. Now, when people operate like this, shake your hands. It's eminently prudent, as Jamaicans would say, or sensible for you to count your fingers to see if all of them.
Wow. When somebody like that shake your hand, you count your finger. That's brutal. Brutal, Tyrone. You count your finger. In other words, they will teeth off your finger off of your hand. Wow. My God.
Write these threatening letters to members of the media. And I ask you to consider, listeners and viewers, the copious amounts of temerity.
Copious amount of temerity. Copious temerity. Wow.
It must take to have your lawyers write to the media denying that your company is involved in a tax exemption status scandal, all the while knowing that your company was actually involved, or why your company was involved. That level of audacity is unheard of. And it raises several questions of integrity as well. Now, when people operate like this, shake your hands. It's eminently prudent, as Jamaicans would say, or sensible for you to count your fingers to see if all of them are there. And this is why many well-thinking Jamaicans do not trust our politicians farther than they can throw them. That such an individual or a person who would do this, know what the facts are, still threaten to sue, that such a person is still a member of parliament this morning, still a member of the Honorable House, still collecting taxpayers' money, and our politicians are paid quite handsomely these days. The fact that he's still in the House of Parliament tells us that our system of governance is badly broken and is in.
So then, Tyrone is suggesting that the member of parliament ought to resign because he can't be removed. That he should resign. My God.
He did recuse himself
from the PAC.
But from the sitting at that. I have the Gleaner
You
article
have the
here
article?
as well. Yeah.
Okay. Let's finish listening to Tyrone and then you go through that article for me. Thank you.
Need of some kind of overhaul. Mr. Gordon, if he has a shred of decency and any sense of duty, would resign from the nation's parliament.
Oh my God. So that's the nationwide position, or is it Tyrone Reid that Mr. Gordon should resign from the parliament? Resign. That is wow. This story is developing. It's a developing story. It's a big story. It goes to the heart of ethics, honesty, and I'm sure that we have to keep our eyes on this one. And we're coming back to Harry. We're going to go to the letter in the Gleaner that Mr. Julian Robinson, who is the chairman of the PAC, is suggesting that Mr. Gordon paid back the $10 million. Now, is that enough? Stay tuned. We're going back to that. If you're in Jamaica, anywhere in the world, 876-858-9553. You can WhatsApp us on that number. Tonight is Holy Thursday. Tomorrow is Good Friday. Will you be going to church? Please remember that we accept and would appreciate if you could support this program for the work that we do. You can do so through our Zelle account at 954-635-8732. That's 954-635-8732. If you appreciate the work we do and you want us to continue doing this work, then your support is what keeps the program up and running. Thank you for your support. Please also remember that we have a Zelle account and e-transfer. If you are watching on YouTube, it's going across your screen right now. And if you are right here on TikTok, my moderator, Chefreen tonight, will post it in the chat for you. The Zelle account. Thank you for your kind contribution. It is more than appreciated. Okay, thank you for that. We're going to go to Harry now and hear from the Gleaner report. Over to you, Harry.
Okay, neighbor. All right, so this is the Gleaner report. It says Dennis Gordon's Jack Den repays customs duties linked to UHWI tax exemption controversy. PAC chairman discloses. And it reads,
and this is today.
April 2nd, 2026.
Yes.
All right. So it says chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, PAC Julian Robinson, says Jack Den Limited, a company owned by the People's National Party member of Parliament, Dennis Gordon, has repaid funds it saved when the University Hospital of West Indies misused.
Hold on. Funds it saved.
You hear the spinning of it?
Read that again. Funds. Who saved the funds?
Jack Den.
Hold on. Are you sure you're reading properly there, sir?
Neighbor, it's in bold. It says.
You have on glasses there, though.
Neighbor, I have a perfect sight, so don't worry.
Okay, well, don't. Hold on there, sir. This is hot stuff, man. This is, I never know it's so hot. Hold on a little bit. I tell you the truth. I need to get a little bit of water to